It's a beautiful afternoon for a game today, folks. I'm Andy McNamara, and this is Axis Football. Our game today showcases some of the biggest stars in the league, and I'm expecting some pretty impressive numbers to be posted today. Let's find out how this is going to unfold. The kick is off. The kickoff is fielded. And down he goes. First and 10 for the offense. Receiver in motion. Johnson's back to pass. Flings one. It's complete to Glover. Atkins wraps him up. That will be good enough to pick up the first down. Second play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. Tosses one short. Atkins wraps him up. Gain of 4 on the play. The offense comes in on second down. 15 yards to go. Johnson's back to pass. And he can't get it off before being taken down for the sack. Loss of 6 on the play. A two-back set for the offense. Johnson lets it rip. And the pass is incomplete. The offense lines up to punt. He makes the punt. The punt is caught. He's put to the turf. Minnesota getting set to start off this drive. He steps back to pass. He tosses a floater, tracks down that ball like a center fielder, and the tackle will be made by Flynn. A nice pickup there by the offense. Second play of the drive. Hand off to Clark. Wrapped up, brought down. Tackle by Bradley. That'll bring up second down. Minnesota makes their way to the line here on second down. Go. Hand off to Clark. Ripped to the ground. That will go for about 5 yards. The offense comes in on third down. 13 yards to go. He drops back. There's a penalty flag on the field, and it's deflected down. Incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Holding is going to be the call. The referee caught him. They will accept the penalty. The offense sets up with two backs. Go. On the handoff. Brought to the ground. Williamson with the tackle. That gets us to second down. A two-back set for the offense. Throws one. The catch is made by Clark. He's put to the turf. Gain of 14 on the play. First down and 10 to go. He hands it to the runner. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Lane. That will be good for about 6. Second down for the offense. 13 yards to go. Hands it off to the left side. And they are in. Touchdown, Minnesota. They'll opt for the single point attempt here. Here's the kick. And the kick is good. The first score of the game does go to Minnesota. Let's see if they hold on. Lining up for the kickoff. On the kickoff. He catches the kickoff. And he's tackled here. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Johnson's back to pass. Makes the throw short over the middle. And the defender got him down. That will be good for about 6. Second down. 13 yards to go. Johnson's back to pass. Makes the throw. It's complete to Glover. And he's tackled here. They covered a lot of ground on that play. It looks like there was an injury on that last play. We'll have to see if he returns. 1st and 10 for the offense. Johnson pulls the trigger. Mason with the reception. He's tackled. Penalty flag on the field. Let's see how the penalty affects that play. Oh, his hands closed on the face mask. That's going to be a penalty. They will accept the penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense. Johnson's back to pass. He sends this one into the end zone, and he misses his target. 2nd and 10. Steps into the pocket. Johnson pulls the trigger. It will be caught by Harrington. And he's tackled here. Gain of 10 on the play. 6th play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. Finds a target short along the sideline. And he's in for the score. The offense sets up for the point after. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. Here comes the kicking team. He'll boot this one deep into the end zone. He catches the kickoff. And he's tackled here. Minnesota makes their way up to the line. He sees a target over the middle of the field. Saunders wrestles him to the ground. They covered a lot of ground on that play. Looks like we've got an injured player down on the field. 2nd play of the drive. That signals the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams all knotted up so far. 1st down and 10 to go. Hand off to Clark. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Bradley. That will go for about 5 yards. 3rd play of the drive. He steps back to pass. He fakes the handoff. The catch is made by Taylor. Wrapped up. Tackle by Lane. They covered a lot of ground on that play. A fresh set of downs from Minnesota. Go! The runner takes the inside handoff. Touchdown! The kicking team lines up for the PAT. It's up. And it sails through. Minnesota takes the lead after that score. The kicking team set up to boot it away. The kicker sends this one deep into the end zone. He'll field the kickoff. And he's brought down after taking the kick up near the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the offense. Motion left. Johnson's back to pass. And down he goes. That's a sack. That will bring up 2nd down. The offense comes in on 2nd down. He steps back to pass. Throws it off to the left side. He's put to the turf. That'll bring up third down. Third down for the offense. 7 yards to go. Johnson's back to pass. Muscles a pass. Tipped away and incomplete. The offense sets up to punt one away. He makes the punt. He'll field the punt. And he's brought to the turf. Minnesota makes their way up to the line. The receiver goes into motion. Hand off to Clark. White got him. Taken down for the tackle. That will be good for about 1. Second down. He drops back. QB with the play fake. Finds a receiver along the sideline. Tipped away and incomplete. Third down. 3 yards to go. Dropping back. Tosses it over the middle of the field. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. The offense sets up to punt one away. The punt's away. It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Johnson's back to pass. He throws one. Tipped away and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Player in motion. Play action fake. And it's picked off by the defense. And the tackle is made. Minnesota getting set to start off this drive. Hand off to Clark. Broken tackle. White got him. Taken down for the tackle. Gain of 8 on the play. Minnesota makes their way to the line here on second down. Hand off to Clark. He sheds off the defender, and he's tackled. That's good for 10 yards. Minnesota makes their way up to the line. Tosses it over the middle of the field. And he crosses the goal line for a touchdown. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. It's up. And the extra point is good. That score extends Minnesota's lead a bit more. Here comes the kicking team. He'll send this one deep. The kickoff is caught. And he's brought down after taking the kick up near the 20-yard line. Setting up shop from the 20. Johnson's back to pass. He's got a receiver deep with multiple defenders nearby. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Second play of the drive. Receiver in motion. Johnson on the handoff. Tackle made by Atkins. That'll be good for a first down. First down and 10 to go. It'll be a run to the left side. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. That's good for a gain of 4. The offense comes in on second down. 15 yards to go. Dropping back. And he'll be sacked in the backfield. Loss of 6 on the play. 5th play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. And it's knocked away by the defense. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. He punts it away. He catches the punt. And the tackle is made. Minnesota getting set to start off the drive. Motion right. Hand off to Clark. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Lane. Small gain on the play. A nickel set for the defense. Second down, 2 yards to go. He drops back. He's throwing it deep. Single coverage for the receiver. The big play, complete. And he's hit right away and taken down. A nice pickup there by the offense. First down and 10 to go. And the tackle is made. That'll be good for a couple yards. The offense comes in on second down. 2 yards to go. He grabs it out of the air. He's wrestled down to the ground around the 15. That will keep the chains moving. First and 10. He steps back to pass. And the ball is batted down. Two tight ends for the offense. QB back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. 3 receiver personnel for the offense. Steps into the pocket. Looking for a receiver. Scores! Touchdown, Minnesota. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. Here's the kick. And the kick is good. That score extends Minnesota's lead a bit more. The offense lines up to kick it off. He sends it off. The kickoff is fielded. And he is tackled. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. He steps back to pass. And down he goes. That's a sack. They'll lose 8 on the play. The offense lines up on second and long. Sets his feet and throws. And he misses his target. The offense comes in on third down. Johnson on the handoff. The tackle is made. Minnesota calls timeout. That will be their first of the half. That'll cost them a couple yards. The offense lines up to punt. He makes the punt. He fields the punt. And he is down. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, makes the throw. Tyler with the reception. And he's hit right away and taken down. Minnesota calls timeout. They'll have just 1 remaining. That will be good for about 6. 3 linemen and 4 linebackers for the defense. Finds a target. The catch is made by Taylor. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Timeout. Minnesota. That will be their last of the half. That's good for about 7 yards. First and 10. He steps back to pass. Tracks down that ball. And he's brought to the turf. Gain of 18 on the play. First and 10. He steps back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Scores! Touchdown, Minnesota. They're setting up for the extra point. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. That score extends Minnesota's lead a bit more. The offense lines up to kick it off. The kick is off. The offense will start things off from the 25. Johnson's back to pass. Tipped away and incomplete. Second and 10. Johnson's back to pass. He finds a target up near the 40. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Third and 10 for the offense. Johnson on the handoff. He's tackled. Gain of 8 on the play. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. The punt's away. The punt is caught. And he is down. That will do it for the second quarter. Minnesota with a commanding lead so far. The kicking team set up to boot it away. He kicks it away. The kickoff is fielded. Breaks away from the first defender. And he's brought down after taking the kick up near the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the offense. Hands it off to the left side. The tackle is made. They'll lose 1 on the play. It looks like we've got a player being helped off the field. Hand off to Clark. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Lane. That's good for 10 yards. Operating out of the pistol. Inside run. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. Gain of 11. Expecting pass, the defense lines up with 6 defensive backs. Hands it to the runner on the right side. Wrapped up. Tackle by Lane. That gets us to second down. Minnesota makes their way to the line here on second down. Hand off to Clark. Wrapped him up. Give the tackle to Williamson. First down, Minnesota. A fresh set of downs from Minnesota. Outside handoff. And down he goes. That'll go for 9 yards. Minnesota makes their way to the line here on second down. Inside run, and he's stopped around the 40-yard line. They'll lose 1 on the play. Minnesota makes their way up to the line. It'll be a run to the left side. Wrapped up, brought down. Tackle by Bradley. Gain of 14 on the play. First and 10. Hands it to the run. Lost ball on the field. And the defense brings him down. It looks like there was an injury on that last play. We'll have to see if he returns. First and 10 for the offense. Johnson's back to pass. And he'll be sacked in the backfield. They'll lose 8 on the play. Second down and long. He drops back. Johnson pulls the trigger. Batted down and incomplete. Let's see if the offense changes up their plan here on third down. So far today, they haven't had much success on third down conversions. The receiver goes into motion. Johnson pulls the trigger. Mason with the reception. That's the end of that play. That will keep the chains moving. 1st and 10 for the offense. Johnson's back to pass. Finds a target on the left side of the field. It's caught, and he is tackled. Gain of 15. 1st and 10. Dropping back. Johnson pulls the trigger. Harrington with the grab. And he's hit right away and taken down. That will go for about 8 yards. 6th play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. And he can't find the trigger. Another sack for the defense. They'll lose 8 on the play. The offense has struggled to convert on third downs today. Johnson's back to pass. He makes the throw by the 20-yard line. It will be caught by Harrington. Tackle made by Atkins. A huge pickup there by the offense. 8th play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. A flag on the play. He's wrestled down to the ground around the 15. We'll see if that holds up after the penalty. It looks like the defense is going to get flagged for holding, and they'll take the penalty. 1st down and 10 to go. Johnson's back to pass. He tosses one. It's complete to Glover. Ripped to the ground. Gain of 12 on the play. 1st down and goal for the offense. Johnson's back to pass. He sends this, and it's caught for a touchdown. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. Here's the kick. And it sails through. That will do it for the third quarter. Minnesota with a commanding lead so far. Here comes the kicking team. He'll send this one deep. He'll field the kickoff. And he's tackled here. Minnesota getting set to start off this drive. Player in motion. Steps into the pocket. Tosses one short over to the left side of the field. White got him. Taken down for the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play. A pistol set for the offense. Handoff to Clark. And the tackle is made. Gain of 12 on the play. A fresh set of downs from Minnesota. Handoff to Clark. And the defense brings him down. Tackle made by Jones. Gain of 10 on the play. Handoff to Clark. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Bradley. That will go for about 5 yards. A fresh set of downs from Minnesota. The runner takes the inside handoff, and the tackle will be made by Flynn. They'll lose 1 on the play. From under center. Play action pass. Throws the ball, and it's complete. They'll lose 8 on the play. Minnesota sets up on 3rd down. Dropping back. He throws one. It's grabbed by Tyler, and the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Bradley. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. 1st and 10. Hands it off, and the tackle will be made by Flynn. That'll be good for a couple yards. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. Minnesota makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Play action pass. He's got a receiver in single coverage deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The offense sets up for the point after. Here's the kick. And the extra point is good. That score extends Minnesota's lead a bit more. The offense lines up to kick it off. The kick is off. He catches the kickoff. And he's tackled. The offense looks to get things going here on 1st down. Dropping back. Johnson pulls the trigger. Glover with the reception. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and short. Makes the throw near the 35-yard line. Tipped away and incomplete. 3rd play of the drive. Johnson's back to pass. He sees a target over the middle, and he's brought to the turf. Gain of 6 on the play. 1st and 10. He drops back into the pocket. He finds a target running deep down the sideline. And he's hit right away and taken down. A nice pickup there by the offense. 1st and 10. Player in motion. Johnson's back to pass. Incomplete pass. Second down and 10 to go. He drops back to pass. And it's knocked away by the defense. 3rd and 10. Tosses it over the middle of the field. That's the end of that play. Gain of 4 on the play. A 2 tight end set for the offense. He drops back. Makes the throw to the right side of the end zone. Incomplete. They are just unable to make it happen there. It'll be a turnover on downs. Minnesota getting set to start off this drive. He makes the handoff to the left side. He's finally taken down. That will be good enough to pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10. First and 10 for the offense. Hand off to Clark. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down. And the defense will call timeout here. That will be their first of the half. That's good for about 2. Minnesota makes their way up to the line. He makes the inside handoff. He's finally taken down. And the defense will call timeout here. They'll have just 1 remaining. And it's a Minnesota 1st down. 1st and 10 for the offense. Motion from the backfield. Hand off to Clark. Saunders wrestles him to the ground. And the defense calls timeout. That will be their 3rd and final timeout. Gain of 12 on the play. The offense sets up under center. And they'll take a knee here to run down the clock. 2 tight ends for the offense. And he takes a knee to keep the clock running. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. And they'll take a knee here to run down the clock. The punt team makes its way up the line. And that is going to do it for this one. For everyone at Access Football, this is Andy McNamara saying goodbye until next time.